I'm Krystyne Cheever, and welcome to the All Friends Cabaret, a variety show that connects you with your community. And as always, we want you to be a part of it. Do you sing? Do you dance? Do you act? Do you have a special project you'd love to share? Or do you volunteer for that special organization? Well, remember, at the end of every program, I show my email address so you can get in touch with me to be a part of the All Friends Cabaret. Our first part of the show tonight, we're going to raise awareness, which is really important. And we have a guest that's a Quincy resident. She's running the Boston Marathon this Monday with her two sisters, and she's raising funds for the Mccourt Foundation. I welcome Nancy Brady to the program.
Hi, Chris.
Welcome.
Thank
Welcome.
you.
So tell me about your involvement with the Mccourt Foundation.
Well, this year, my two sisters and I decided that...
And what are their names?
Julie and Maureen.
Okay.
And we decided that we were going to kind of go all out and raise money for the Mccourt Foundation, which is a Boston-based foundation which raises money for Alzheimer's and MS research.
Okay, and what attracted you to that? There are so many good causes.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, the McCourts are much like our own family. We had two of our grandparents were actually diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease and MS.
Okay.
And it's similar to the story of the McCourts. They're a tightly knit family, and their father and mother, Robert and Mary, were both diagnosed with MS and Alzheimer's. So there was a real connectedness between what their family has experienced and what ours has gone through.
And how many siblings do they have?
So there's 7 brothers.
Okay.
Imagine that household.
Yes, yes. And they started running? Is that how they
Well, they
started
decided
the
that they were going to take all of what they were going through and really try to channel it in a positive way, and started about 19 years ago raising money and awareness for these two neurological diseases. So
that is so nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And given that in Boston, the Brigham and Women's Hospital is right here, where they're doing much of their research, it just seems fitting that we would try to represent them.
And it's both causes,
both
MS
causes.
and that's really nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so your sisters, you guys came together. Now, I have to say, I'm impressed because I marvel at anyone. There's a statistic that 1% of all people have run the marathon. Just one. And I may not ever be a part of that one, but you will come next week. How did you three decide 26 miles was a good idea?
Yeah, I don't think it's ever a good idea.
No.
Yeah, but I think that
it's a goal. It's a great
goal. It's a goal. And I think that for us, what I've learned in my life is that no matter what we put our mind to, we can really accomplish. And whether it's running a marathon or something in your own personal life.
Because so mind you, some people love running, and I think
that's not us.
No, that's not us. Right. So was one more hesitant than the other, or one more gung ho, like, hey,
Yeah. No, I think
you're all three on the same.
Yeah. Well, I sent the email out, and in the morning they had a response to me. So
that's nice, because Nancy is the only one in the Boston area.
I live right here in Quincy.
Yeah.
And have spent many a days running Wollaston Beach.
Yes, it's so nice.
But my sisters are in San Francisco.
Okay, so how do you set up a training schedule?
Yeah. Well,
for that?
I've been lucky in that I've had a chance to meet some people who are also running the Boston Marathon. So I've run a lot with L Street and Southie.
Okay.
And they're actually, I think, doing the harder route, running just with the two of them. So every week I'd call them and let them know, how you doing? Usually when I'm finishing the run is when they're starting on the West Coast.
Oh, okay. So and there's a certain setup that
You're right.
You can't run 20 miles.
No.
Tell the folks
how the way they do it, and a lot of organizations do this. It's kind of like brick building. So you may start with 6 miles, and the next week you graduate to 8 miles. And the first time you do 8, it's awful. It's painful.
Right.
But 6 doesn't seem so bad. The following week you do 10, and 8, while 10's awful, 8 is doable.
Right.
So I think
you reach that goal every single time.
And you're tricking your mind into believing that, this distance, no matter what you're doing, is doable. But it gets a little bit easier as the weeks go on.
And your sisters are doing pretty much the same thing.
Same thing, yeah.
Right. right.
We're comparing what we're eating, comparing what, what we're drinking, how much we're drinking.
Right. And then does the Mccourt Foundation, do you all have kind of a central group
Yes.
that
So
support each other? Yeah.
So Thursday nights we'll get together and we'll do a run in Southie or in Quincy.
Okay.
And then meet up afterwards and kind of just.
Okay. Now in Nancy's family, it's not just sisters. She has a brother, and her brother is Tom Brady of the New England Patriots.
Yeah.
Now, has he been running with you?
No.
Well, does he give you any advice because of his, athletic career? He switched goals and set his mind to things. What advice is? He's 20 smiles a lot.
Yeah. He's basically bit for of us. But the idea of doing more sports in his off season isn't his idea of a good time.
Right.
But he has a lot of what he's done on the football field and how he's trained himself to sort of overcome adversities.
Right.
Has been the same way that we've tried to adopt our training for the marathon. So kind of going into it with a positive attitude, and everything is doable, and no matter what you're feeling or what you're facing, you can accomplish as much of the way that he's sort of channeled his own mental toughness in his sport.
So now we get to race day.
Okay.
And you're together now, and you haven't run together. Are you going to do? When are they getting here?
They're getting here on Saturday.
Oh, okay. So are you going to run Boston Beach on?
Well, I think we're going to do a lot of talking. I might drive out to Hopkinton and just kind of show them. The route, because they've never run Heartbreak Hill. So I think that'll be a real nice experience for us. And then I think we're just going to really try to rest up and be ready on Monday.
And on Monday, when you're together, do you plan on running it together?
Yeah.
Did one say, I want to make a certain time, I want to go, and I want to, start fast? How have you guys, are you doing it together?
Yeah. Well, it would be great to finish it together. I think that's our goal.
Okay,
we don't plan on. I mean, we would love to win, but I think that by the time we're gonna. I know. We're gonna be in the back, but I think we'll be there to support one another.
Oh no, that's great. Are your parents coming?
They're gonna be here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so they'll be right at the finish line.
Yeah. Cheering us on.
Cheering you on. Okay, so. Now, what other questions I have for you is about fitness, because Nancy has done personal training. Personal training. Tell me about your training, because you're really into health and fitness, and maybe you can share with our audience some good tips. I had a baby 8 months ago, so I'm constantly trying to work on the fitness routine for myself. Give some workout tips for those at home.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to start, no matter wherever you're at, whether it's walking or jogging or whatever sort of you enjoy. I think you just have to get out there and start.
Okay.
And day by day, you just sort of increase, and I think you start to see benefit.